Hey, what's up, gamers? Want to make a quick video. I might do multiple segments of it, but I wanted to show you guys the new Final Fantasy TCG card game. It is one of the best card games I've ever played in my whole life. I used to play Magic growing up, and kind of fell out of it. I fell out of all the sets coming out, all the new cards. There's so many cards, and it did break my heart when they changed. I remember like the borders or something like that from the old cards. But enough about Magic. This is all about Final Fantasy, guys. As you can see, I got Cloud and Sephiroth dueling it out here while we go over I'm gonna go over my deck, my Fire and Earth deck. So I have multiple decks I've made with a buddy of mine, and probably gonna go through different videos and show you guys the different decks I've made. Certain heroes are related to these certain colors, so blue, red, green, and they the colors correlate to a type. So earth, fire, water. There's lightning. There's dark, light. There's so many different cool cards in this game, and the heroes relate to that color. So Cloud, for example, is a red. I think there is a Cloud card that is a light, though. That is a light card. So the heroes can be different colors. But so this is a red and earth deck. I'm going to show you guys. This is my first video doing cards. So hopefully I'm going to see if the card will go up to the light or to the camera. He's got to get it to focus. Some of the art is like really intricate and might be hard to see. And the glass packs might not help. One thing I do want to say though about these cards is they're really, they feel really good in your hand. Like they're thick. It's really thick cardstock, and the backs are just so cool. And they're rough. It's not like a smooth back. There's kind of like a texture to the back here. I see why people get better cameras now. So first off, we're going to start here. This is this is Robin or Raubon. I'm going to merge some of these names, but he's from Final Fantasy 14. He's the guy that got his arm cut off in Final Fantasy 14, and he fights with you, but he's holding like a little child there. His ability is when Robin corners or enters the field, choose one forward and choose one forward you control and one forward opponent controls. The first one deals the second damage equal to its power. Next here in my deck we have a Luneth. He's 3 crystal power, 7,000 damage, and whenever he enters the field he can give a standard unit haste. So right here we're going to go through the card quick again. So here's your crystal power. This is what it costs to summon the unit. Type, the fire right there. Here's the character. It's a holographic too, by the way. The rarity is down here on the bottom, and it ranges from common to legendary. So common, rare, heroic, legendary. And then here's your damage power, and then their abilities are in here. The type, the game type it's from. So this Luneth is from, what is that, 4? No, 3, sorry. Luneth's from 3. And he's a hero of light. That's the type of unit he is. Really, really good card. Next we have a Vincent, 4 to cost. I believe that he's 9,000. I hate how my protectors cover some of the damage. I gotta pull it out and look again. But when Vincent attacks or blocks, he may pay up to 2. If you don't pay 2, Vincent breaks after the attack, or the block doesn't deal any damage. When Vincent attacks or blocks, choose one forward, deal 4,000 damage to it. So he can pretty much hit for 13,000. We got a Jessie here. She's from one of the starter decks. They're using the new art from the Final Fantasy VII remake on this. But she allows you to search for a Final Fantasy VII card and put it in your hand. I just wanted to go through my first deck right now. I guess I'll do a video of where I show you how to play the game and whatnot. I do plan on making a video of 2 players playing it. But next we have a warrior here, a fire warrior. So he is from Final Fantasy 14. That's what the armor class would look like, I think, when you hit 50 in the game. But 2 to cost, it's a 5,000 for 2. So really good damage. We have a samurai here. Samurai from Final Fantasy Tactics. He has Brave, so attacking does not cause him to tap pretty much. So you can just attack and leave him to block next turn. So he's a 3 for 6,000, I believe, which is all right. It's decent, you know, half the price. We have a Dark Knight next in my deck. These are really good characters because Dark Knights, what they do is they base their power off how many damage tokens you have. So a maximum damage token is 7. Once you take 7 damage tokens, you die and you lose the game. So, you know, let's say you have 6 damage tokens. This character will jump up from a 3,000 to a 9,000. So Dark Knights are very cool. It's an intricate part of my deck. They have to be in there because I do, you know, take damage to buff some of my units. Next, I have a holographic Palom here. Palom, of course, Final Fantasy IV. Yep, I know my stuff. Really cool character here. When he enters the field, or when he does damage, or so he's only 1,000 for 1, but when he attacks, you pretty much can just pick a character and do 2,000 damage automatically to it. So he hits for 3,000. 1 for 3,000, and then when Palom deals damage to your opponent, or when the forward damage by Palom is put from the field in the break zone during the same turn, you may put Palom into the break zone. If you do, search for one card named Palom and put it in the field. So he pretty much can resurrect himself. Next, we have a Bahamut. These are like your typical burn cards like you would have in Magic. So I would, you know, cast this and it deals 5,000 damage to any forward. And the forwards are your attackers when you see those thousands of damage. Or I could discard a card and deal 7,000. So it can pretty much be a one-hit kill sometimes if I discard a card. We have another Jessie here. This is a stock Tifa, so you get this when you buy the Final Fantasy VII starter. She is a 9,000, I believe, 8,000. Sorry, 8,000 for 4. Super strong forward fighter, and then her ability is you just you have to discard another Tifa card and pay 1 fire. Choose 1 forward, dull it, and deal 6,000 damage. So you get to tap the enemy and then deal damage. Got a Red 13 next. A very, very iconic Final Fantasy VII character, of course. He comes from the Final Fantasy VII starter deck, too. So he's a 3 for 7,000. And his ability, it's pretty cool. So he buffs characters when he enters the field. When Red 13 enters the field, choose 1 forward. It gains 3,000 power until the end of the turn. So it can buff an adjacent, you know, or ally next to you. And then if you pay a lot, and you sacrifice one of his cards and pay 4 and tap it, deals 6,000 damage to all forwards. So super OP AoE move. Here we have our Cloud from the Final Fantasy VII starter. He is 6 for a 9,000. 9,000. Pretty cool card. He costs 1 less for every Final Fantasy VII character forward in play. I think it's forward. No, each category 7. So you can have a support too, and it'll reduce his cost. And then if you discard a Cloud card, pay 1 fire, 1 of any kind, and tap him, choose 1 forward, deal 8,000 damage to it. So super cool damage ability. He is not. This is not the best Cloud card in the game, though. There's a light Cloud card that is better. Fusoya. Sorry, excuse my terminology. So this is a light card. See the symbol right there? That's light. Light and dark cards can be used in any decks, and they cost any color to summon. They don't require a specific color to summon. So really cool. You can just throw these light and dark cards in your deck. See if we can get the art. There's a holographic. There's he is like with his face like coming up, shooting over. There's another Fusoya card too. But his ability is choose 1 forward, deal at 7,000 damage. Fusoya deals you 1 point of damage. So you pretty much can just tap it. It's a support card, so you can just tap it, deal yourself 1 damage, so you're 1 out of 7, and then but you could just, you know, deal damage to all these forwards, and you pick any forward and deal 7,000 to it. Have another Lunith here. I keep 2 Luniths in my deck. Another Jessie. I like to search for my Final Fantasy VII cards. Because you'll see, I have a lot more rare ones you get from boosters. Another Dark Knight. These are the weaker Dark Knights. I have stronger ones too. And note to self, guys, you can only keep 3 of the same card in a deck. You can't have more than 3 of the same card in a deck, or that's technically an illegal deck. I have a Saz here from Final Fantasy 13. 2 to summon for 3,000, but he is just like a Dark Knight, so whenever we have a point of damage on us, he gets buffed too. So kind of plays off the Dark Knight ability. Got another Palm here, just for the quick deeps. Get out there, and he's good to, if I need to discard a card for Crystal Power. Got an Ifrit here, Tactics Ifrit. I think they're from the standard too. No, they're common. So pay 1, choose 1 forward, deal 4,000 damage to it. Just a crazy cheap burn card. Another Warrior, Final Fantasy 14. Quick early deeps. This is a starter Vincent. So I have a couple of, I think I have 2. I left 2 of these in my deck still. But he is 3 for 7,000. When Vincent attacks, Vincent gains first strike until the end of turn. So simple, great ability, not a lot of flair on it. But basically, when he attacks, if he fights a 7,000 against a 7,000, and the other 7,000 does not have first strike, he wins and does not die, because it's basically like he attacked first and killed them before they could get an attack off. This is probably my most rare card I own, but it's the holographic Vincent from Dirge of Cerberus, and that's a 9,000 for 4, I believe. No, 8,000 for 4. His ability, it's a holographic. Vincent cannot be broken by opposing summons or abilities that don't deal damage. And then he has Death Penalty. Sack 1 Vincent card, pay 5, tap him, choose as many forwards as you want at with a total cost of 7 or less, and break them. So it's instant kills with him. It's a tricky ability to pull off. I think I pulled it off once, but you need a lot of cards. Got an Evoker here, so this is a standard just little backup unit. So I pay 1, get him out there, and I could tap him for mana. Backups tap for mana. Or Crystal Power, sorry. I keep saying mana, but Crystal Power. Another Bahamut's Fury. Another burn damage card there. Got another Red 13 in the deck. Chilling with his ancestors, overlooking the moon, protecting the land. Another rare card I got here, Holographic Gabranth. Really, really cool card here. So he is a Earth card, pays 7. He's a 9,000. The cost required to play Gabranth onto the field is reduced by 1 for each point of damage you have received. So he costs less the more damage I've obviously been taken out of the 7. If you have received 6 points of damage or more, the Earth forwards you control gain Brave. Super cool card. And it's a legendary card. Yep. So it's the most rare. It gets holo. So cards like that, are worth the most. So legendary, holographic heroes, pretty much. Another Bahamut's Fury. Got a Black Mage support here, so it costs 2. You can summon him. Pay 1 fire, tap it, put Black Mage into the break zone, choose 1 forward, deal 4,000 damage to it. So you can pretty much use this backup as a forward if you pay the cost. We got a Magus here. 3 Crystal Power to summon. He's a backup as well, so you would tap him for mana. When Magus enters the field, deal 3,000 damage to all the forwards opponent controls. Here we have another Ifrit. This is a different Ifrit though, so there's multiple Ifrits, and they're based on the different series of the games. So this Ifrit is from 8, Final Fantasy 8 with Squall. But this card reads: choose 1 forward, deal 6,000 damage to it. So instant pay 2, kill a creature pretty much. We have a Zingan here. I don't really remember him from Final Fantasy VII, but he's pretty cool. Basically, you summon him, and he allows you to search for a Tifa card and put it in your hand. Just got this card yesterday. Snagged a Vanille Earth. 6. I think she's 6,000. Take it back. Sorry, 8,000 for 6. When Vanille enters the field, you may play 1 Earth forward of cost 4 or less from your hand onto the field. So it pretty much helps me get like Dark Knights out for free. Got a Sorbet here. Sorble. Sorbet. It's not the ice cream. But so this is a Earth backup. You would tap for Crystal Power. Choose one blocking forward. Each Moogle you control, it gains 1,000 power until the end of turn. You have to pay 2 Earth and tap it to use that. We've got a Belias the Gigas here next. Let's get a little picture. It's a cool picture. Choose one forward. Until the end of the first turn, it gains 1,000 power, haste, and first strike. Draw a card. So it buffs one of my heroes. I get all that, and I get to draw a card. I only have one of those. I would like more of those in my deck. Got a Samurai here from before. I'll try to hold the cards a little closer to the camera, too. Oh, there you go. Focus really good there for a sec. Got a Yang. $5,000 for 2. If you control a card named Monk or a Job Monk other than Yang, then Yang gains 2,000 power and Brave. I think I need to take him out of my deck. I don't really have Monks in my deck. Got a red 13 again. Oh yeah, I'll focus it much better with that, you guys. Thanks for sticking around in the video. I'm learning this, my first card one. I'll try to, get better and practice holding the cards up to the camera. We got a Evoker again, so I can generate mana. This is a very strong card. I have 2 or 3 of these cards saved. I've saved my deck. I've noticed a lot. But so it's a Rosso from Final Fantasy VII. Is Dirge Cerberus. So 3 for 5,000. Pretty much, when she takes damage, you half the damage she takes. So great for blocking. Card is awesome in my deck. Really helps me defend. Another super rare card I pulled. It's not holographic. I don't know if the cards can become holographic, but this is a Dissidia Final Fantasy VII Tifa. How sexy that card looks. When Tifa attacks, choose one forward. It cannot block this turn. She is a 5 for 9,000. It's a 9,000. Love this card. Really glad I pulled it. Works well with my other Tifas too. And the Zangan that pulls the Tifa. Got our boy Cloud here again. Gonna be the remake from Final Fantasy VII remake. So hyped. Got Rosso again. Helps me with my blocking. We're going to go Ifrit. Another Cloud. Might take a Cloud out. Another Rosso. I pulled all these Rossos from boosters too, so it was awesome. Oh, look how they're all stacked up back here. I'll show you guys my other Dark Knights though. See, these are my other Dark Knights from Final Fantasy 14. 4 for a 5,000. Whenever I have points of damage, I gain 1,000 power for each point. I love this card. We got the 2 Dark Knights again. I got 2 more. And then last but not least, another Tifa from the starter. So definitely took a lot of the stock cards out and put my own cards in there. But just have been playing this game for maybe a week now, not even going on a week. Very new game still. Get out to your stores. Try to get a starter pack. Get a couple boosters with them. Hopefully you'll pull some really good cards for your starters. So there's 3 starters. There's 7, 10, and 13 with, Lightning. And then you have, not Squall, the blonde-haired guy from 10. I can't believe I forgot his name. And then, you have 13 with Lightning. And the game is really fun, guys. Really easy to learn. Really good instruction manual that comes with it. There's some YouTube videos that Square Enix put out. I really hope this game blows up and a lot of people start playing it. I would like to play some tournaments of it. I can't wait to start trading my cards for other cards and meeting some of these other players. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you watching this video and checking out this game. So this is one of my, I think I have 4 decks now with my buddy. He just bought a starter Lightning, so I think we have 4 now. But yeah, I plan on doing more videos of this. Leave a comment if you guys like it. Tell me what you think, if I should change anything in my deck. If you guys have been playing, what you guys thought of the game. But thanks for tuning in, everyone, and all hail YouTube.